Welcome to your channel, Ed. My name is BJ. Today, we are fortunate to speak to Sandra Hayes, Director of the NGO Roundabout Water Solutions. Thank you for coming to Ed.
Thank you
for joining
asking
us.
me. No, great. Lovely to be here.
So, tell us more about Roundabout Water Solutions. What does the NGO do?
Roundabout Water Solutions is an NGO which is trying to provide clean drinking water to rural communities, preferably rural schools, where there's an existing borehole where we can put one of what we call our play pumps.
Yeah.
And the play pump is a children's merry-go-round that we place over the borehole. Then as the children play on it, it'll pump up clean drinking water.
So what need then did arise for you to come up with the play pump inventions?
Well, one of my colleagues was actually out in a rural area and he saw these children walking long distances to collect water from rivers. And he thought, wow, you know, the power of children always wanting to play, these children be taken out of school, sent to collect water from rivers. What happens if we actually use that power of the children to bring up the water at their school?
Yeah.
He then met a farmer who had invented this play pump, and the idea was that put them in schools, so instead of the children going out of school, they've got something to play on, so that encourages them to go to school. They love playing on it, it's such fun.
Yeah.
And at the same time, without them really realizing it, they're actually pumping water.
When you put the play pumps in place, then what are the other solutions that Roundabout Water Solutions contribute?
Well, what we do is we say we will maintain them for 10 years. So we endeavor to do that. And we put on the tank stand an SMS number. So if there's a problem, the school or the community, because we have got quite a few in communities, can then send us an SMS, and each tank has each play pump has an individual number. Yeah. So Eastern Cape, it would say EC 0123. So then the principal of EC 0123 would send us an SMS, say there's a problem. Yeah. We would then, subject to donor funding, send a team out to actually fix the play pump.
So what happens after 10 years then?
Well, actually, we've got some of them who've been in the ground for about 15 years, and we're still maintaining those. Yeah. So we said 10 years because that seemed like a reasonable length of time, but as long as we've got funding, as long as people are supporting us, we will carry on maintaining them.
Okay, speaking of support, then how does the play pump that you put over the borehole contribute to the other community? How does it help the community around, the larger community?
The larger community, if the school's happy, then the people in the community can actually go to the play pump and take water as well. As I said, there's also the water can be used for growing vegetables, so that might also help the community. It helps the school in that if they're growing vegetables, it helps with their school feeding program, because they can use those vegetables to cook decent, healthy meals for the children. Yeah. If there's no water, they can't grow vegetables, then the children will probably only be getting a very basic meal. Vegetables make a big difference.
Yeah, they do. Greens.
Greens, yeah, absolutely. You might not like them, but they are good for you.
So tell us about the billboards. What purpose do they serve?
The billboards, okay. What we got 4 billboards on the tank stand. 2 of those can be used for health awareness messaging or community messaging, because in these rural areas there is actually no community messaging. The other 2 sides can be used for advertising. So, you know, Sunlight Soap, for example, have put adverts up. ShopRite Checkers have put ads up. So, you know, but the health messaging is the best thing because it brings a message to the children. Wash your hands after going to the toilet. Wash your hands before eating. Be aware when crossing the road. Be aware of traffic. Lots of things, you know. And if donors give us the money to put up messaging, we then say to the donor, what would you like to put up? And they will put up their own message. And it will acknowledge the donor on the message. What
other countries then do have these play pumps? Okay, or do any of the other countries have play pumps installed in them already?
Yes, we were in Malawi, Mozambique and Zambia. We've got quite a lot in Lesotho and Swaziland. Yeah. But right at the moment, because of the economic climate, funding has reduced, so we've actually now concentrating on South Africa. And we feel we are South African, it's a South African invention for a South African problem, so let's concentrate on South Africa and try and fix our problems first.
And then you can grow,
yes, and then we can grow. And I'm sure when the economy improves, then we will get more overseas donors again. Yeah. We've got a lot, but not enough to go into these other countries. It's expensive to go to Malawi.
Okay, so now since you said you're focusing on South Africa first, what are the top 3 things then to people who don't have such facilities? What are the top 3 things that someone can do to help reduce water loss?
What people should do, well,
Or
I mean,
to be more wiser
be
regarding
more wise.
water?
Well, they're the obvious ones, like, you know, take a shower instead of having a bath, turn the tap off.
Does that really work though, taking a shower instead of a bath? Does
Well,
it really work?
it does if you don't spend 25 minutes in the shower. They say maximum 6 minutes. And then, yes, and then you won't be wasting
Quickly
a huge
out,
amount
yeah.
of water. But, you know, longer than that, then you must well have a bath. But my big one is if you've got leaves in your garden and you want to, or down your driveway and you want to get rid of them,
Yeah.
brush them. Don't use the hose to
Yeah.
wash the leaves away. I mean, that's such a waste of water.
It is, eh?
Yeah. And then another thing is if you see a leaking tap, report it. I mean, well, when I say leaking tap or, you know, water in the road, and it's obviously the pipe's broken, report it.
So where can we get your information? What are your contact details? Where can people get in touch with you?
Well, on our website, which is www.playpumps.co.za, or my telephone number is 011 543 7928. You know, and if there are any schools out there that have got boreholes with a broken pump on it, and they maybe would like a play pump, I'd love to hear from them.
Thank you very much, Sandra. Thank you for coming through.
Thanks a lot. That was great. Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming to Ed and sharing some insight regarding the play pumps.
Okay. Keep well.
From me, BJ, stay tuned for more inspiration and knowledge. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Ed318, and Twitter, @318Ed.